nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all. It's your buddy Big Johnny G, the Two Gun Fix-It presents Legendary Gaming. Another Monday, and here we are together. And we do this every Monday. I love this. Don't forget to check out our other videos because we drop one every day of the week. But today, I'm really happy. Because today we get to discuss the spring catalog for Two Gun Pixie. All the games that are coming in, that are expected to come in, and that have already come in and I've already filmed and uploaded and gotten things ready for the next 3 months. But this is great. I love this. I look forward to it. I do. Every 3 months I get so giddy about getting to do this with you. So come on, let's get down at the table and we're going to talk about some of the great titles coming in for Two Gun Pixie over the next few months. So over the next 3 months, I am so very happy with the titles that, as I said, that I know are coming in, that are in, and the ones I'm hoping that are supposed to come in. So I probably got more games on this list than there's actually going to have time for. And that's exactly why. Because I don't know if some of these are going to be making it in on time. So there's some backups just in case. But we're starting with one that, okay, now usually, yes, most of my videos, I have a tendency of having filmed a month, 2, or maybe even more ahead of time. But a lot of my Mondays, if they have a specific reason, I film them last minute. And that's what I'm doing right now. This is Sunday night that I'm filming this because I've been waiting to hear about my delivery for Return to Dark Tower. Still heard nothing. Almost everyone in North America has gotten their copy already. I obviously am at the bottom of the list for Quartermaster Logistics, sending everything out. But as long as I get it, right? As long as I get it. If I don't get it, then I have to wait until everywhere else around the world has been fulfilled, and then they're going to deal with people like me, I guess. I don't want to wait. I want it now. And if you're watching this video, you probably know exactly how I feel. There are some more videos I need to get to that have already been dropped. But you see, this is what happens. Sometimes something comes in and I have to push back videos I've already made. And that's what happened here. And I didn't get to drop all of the Green Ronin videos that I wanted to drop. So I still have, I think at this point, at least 3, maybe 4 left to do, right? For the 2 heroes, Eldritch and Lantern Jack, for the villain Malador the Mystic, and for the environment Subterra. So I'm going to have to get those videos on the list. They're already done. They're already done. They're in the can, just waiting for a release date to be thrown on onto their little YouTube information. So I'm looking forward to that because I've already played the game once. And I think it's on the list for this week or next week to be played again. And I'm really looking forward to going through the rest of these villains. I'm so happy with this. So to open up and see the rest of the packs is going to be awesome! Now, one of the reasons things got pushed back is because something came in that was lost in the mail. See, this is what I was just talking about. And a new copy had to be sent, and that was Tiny Epic Dungeons. And I just want to thank everyone over in Gameland Games because I during the campaign, while it's still fulfilling, I understand things can get a little crazy, a little hectic, but it kind of felt like at first I was just being pushed aside. As far as the post office was concerned, I filled out a form, and that was it. That was it. So when Gameland Games stepped in to find out what was happening and to rectify everything, that was ultra cool. Thank you so much. And I actually believe that that's on the list for this coming week, or weekend. I'm pretty sure I have that on the list already. I've been dying to try Tiny Epic Dungeons. If you haven't played it yet, but you're aware of the game, you must, like me, you must be, waiting with bated anticipation to get it to your gaming table. So I've heard a lot of good things. Can't wait to experience it. In fact, I think our buddy the Shogunstein was making some sort of reference about this game getting pretty large. And since it's a tile placement game, I can understand why he would say that. So we'll see what happens when I get to that game. But I do have the stories. I didn't unbox the stories yet, so that's coming up now for the new season. That'll be thrown in. I think I was able to put that on the list for this week. I did this week's list the other day, and I'm already... I remember years ago, William Shatner, in an interview, he was asked about, all these, the scripts, the show, in the early days of Star Trek. And he said, fans ask me questions about episodes, and I don't remember them. And not because I shot them, whatever the time period was when the interview dropped. Not just because I shot them 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever. But he said, because I threw the scripts out of my head to get the next week's script in my head. So I barely remember anything. And that's the way I feel sometimes as I drop these videos and I make them and I forget where they're going to drop, where they're going to place, and things get a little mixed up in my mind because there's just so much going on. And this is all I do. I love doing this. So that got a little pushed back. Everything's getting pushed around because new things are coming in. So I know within the next couple of months, allegedly April, maybe May, but things have been a little iffy with Fantasy Flight games lately. So I'm not 100% sure when Sinister Motives is dropping, but that's on the immediate to get list, so I don't fall behind with my Marvel Champions stuff. Well, a game like this, a living card game or anything similar to that, where you're constantly getting expansions for it, and you want to keep on top of it, you want to keep current, you can't fall behind. If you fall behind by more than one or two, expansions, then the money is piling up and it's just getting more and more expensive to catch up. So I try not to fall behind on that. Now there's another game that's in kind of limbo right now, but allegedly it's on the list to ship out from Quartermaster Logistics soon, after payment stuff is resolved, and that's from Blacklist Games. Their title, Hour of Need. Not hour like our apartment. Come on over and see our place. No, hour like, what hour of the day is it? Do you know what hour of the night it is and you're calling me? Kind of, that kind of Hour of Need, which is a superhero game. And I backed at a big level, and it's coming with, when it comes, with 7 expansion boxes. So that's going to take a big chunk of unboxing time and playing time coming up. So we'll see how much of that, if it does make it within the next 3 months, we'll see how much of that we have time outside of the base game to start dropping videos. But they're all going to be here. All the boxes, when it gets here, the complete set. The complete set. You'll get the chance to see it all. It'll all be showcased. So there is another game that, actually I was bitching about this company during one of the live games. I think it was last weekend. I was talking to Clean Sweeper 38 there. I think I was talking to you about it. I can't really remember. But that's a game called So You've Been Eaten by Luda Creation Games. And who knows? Maybe that's going to be getting out sometime soon. Maybe. We'll see. I have a lot of problems with that company. I'm not going to get into that here and now. Let's get the game first. Then I'll speak my mind. And there's a reason for me doing that. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that right now. Now, a game that me and the missus backed a few years ago. Actually, we were late backers to it. But now it's finally getting ready to ship. And we're hoping that this coming month, April, it should be in our hands. And I'm hoping to get a playthrough. It might take a little while. You'll know why in a moment. I'm hoping to get a playthrough in early May. That game is Blood on the Clock Tower. And if you're familiar with Mafia or the Are You a Werewolf? One Night a Werewolf. One Night a Vampire, One Night Alien. If you're familiar with any of those style of games, then that's what this is. But it's a really big, epic version of this style of game. And there's no player out. You know, if you die and you weren't the demon or whatever the hidden creature is for that particular campaign, it's got campaign style things. Then you stay on as a ghost, and you still get to vote, which is really cool. So we're looking forward to that and introducing that to some of our non-gamer friends that do like party games, and see how that flies. Maybe mix in some of the gamer and non-gamers together. That'll probably help the game, actually. But anyway, we're looking forward to that. That'll be here in a few weeks. Very, very excited about that. Questeros by Fundamental Games. This is, I've previewed it. I have a preview box of it still here. And that's a really fun game based on some beautiful fantasy-inspired tarot cards. Yeah, you gotta check it out. I got a couple of videos with that up, and I'm thinking it might hit the table again soon. I want to get it on the list. I want to play it again. Yeah. So, but until the Kickstarter version copy gets here, at least I do have the prototype, which is only like 25% of the art is done, but that's not needed to play the game. So I'm looking forward to getting that here, the real version. I'd love to showcase that to everyone. Now, another game that may be here by the end of the season, maybe not, is One Deck Galaxy. Now, we're huge fans here of One Deck Dungeon, Forest of Shadow, and the Abyssal Pack, Abyssal Depth Pack, which is really cool and super hard, my God. But now One Deck Galaxy is they're taking it sci-fi style with a 4X kind of game they have going on with their style, with their style, their mechanic with the One Deck Dungeon. So that's really blown my mind, and I've loved everything I've seen production-wise, and I'm waiting to get that here and have some fun, show it off to everyone. Might be a game you like too. Yeah. Let's see what else we have on this list here. Oh, Phantom the card game, Terra and Mawatan. So this is another one. I have the preview of it, and I love it. Absolutely love it. I love the series so far. The Phantom, the card game series is super fun. Even if you're not a fan of or know who the Phantom is, I think it's a really fun game because it does carry that feel of an old school serial that you would find in my father's movies, maybe your grandfather's movies. Or a comic strip. You know, you have to wait to the next installment. It has that kind of feel to it without being a complete cliffhanger. And the artwork is great. I think even non-fans could appreciate the story of the game, the art of the game, the mechanics of how it plays. So waiting desperately to get the copy and get to try it. I've failed twice already, and I'm hoping having the real copy here will give me some luck. If I do two and have a two-player version of the game, will finally be a win for me. So, fingers, toes, and tails crossed, my friends. Along the same lines is a game of Pulp Invasion. I got that and the first expansion X1, and this uses actual Pulp magazine sci-fi art that they have acquired, a library of it, and they use that art to tell a story in a very B-movie, classic sci-fi serial story format. And with the new expansion X2, should be here. I backed that, and hopefully that's another title that should hopefully get here just before the season ends. Now, if you like sci-fi games with some beautiful classic art, you gotta check out that game. It's Pulp Invasion is fun as all hell. And three more things that I know that either are or should. Because one of them is already here. But we're looking at Fallen Land 2nd Edition, the big box with the Descendants expansion. Now, if you don't know Fallen Land, this is, personally, it's my favorite. post-apocalyptic game. It's a sandbox game. I love both of those. And it's a storytelling game in a sense. In a sense, it is, because the cards, the encounters that you're doing are these fully encapsulated, great little stories. And by the end of the game, you have an epic tale of your town of survivors. Wow. And the second edition is going to be, it's a very big game with a lot of pieces. I can get a little fidgety sometimes with so much stuff going on. I have to admit that, no matter how much I love it, that's still true. But the second edition is solving a lot of that, including even solving setup time with inbox trays. So I'm really hoping to get the chance to get this to the table more than I've gotten the first edition, because I love that first edition so much. And I think anyone that loves epic games would also totally enjoy Fallen Lands second edition. Now, one game that's already here, you may have already seen it in the background of some of the shots. So in order to drop the video, is coming out very soon in this season, and that's Bag of Dungeon. And I've been dying to try this game. I love the way it looks. It has this old school look, the chits, the art, everything is so appealing to me. I really hope the game, that I find it half as enjoyable as it seems I love it right now. Because this is all based on guesswork. Everything you're seeing here. This is all based on guesswork. Now, the last one I want to mention is something that I thought slipped through my fingers. But, as fate would allow, it didn't. And now with some things put aside, at the time of this recording, I am 2 weeks away from acquiring the Batman the Animated Series Shadow of the Bat big Kickstarter with all the boxes. So about 2 weeks away from having the chance to be able to order that. And as long as all of those copies everywhere don't disappear, there's a couple of places I'm looking at, I think the odds of all of them disappearing in 2 weeks is kind of low, unless we have X amount of people interested in the game watching this video right now, and then they go hunting for it, and then you're screwing me over. Don't do that. Don't screw me over. I've tried very hard to get my hands on this. And I'm dying not only to show this off, but I'm dying to do a big campaign of live playthroughs like this, like I do for the Dungeons & Dragons games, or the Die in the Dungeon game, anything like that. And I want to add this to those cycle of games to do live playthrough campaigns with. I'm dying to do that, please. Don't buy them all on me. Unless you're buying it for me. But in that case, you better tell me first, so I don't already get it and I end up getting two of those things. So I guess this isn't that big of a problem. Except for the money I spent. So that's everything that's going on. Now, I did mention the live campaign stuff, and I know I want to go through all of Sentinels of Earth Prime, get through each of those villains. I believe this weekend I'm doing Metamind on Saturday night live here on the channel. So that's pretty cool. I want to get through all of those. Obviously, I just said I want to do that Batman. Hero Quest. Hero Quest, I would love to do a series of Hero Quest style campaigns. Let's see how that goes. Part of the problem is I do all of my work through my phone. I do all of my filming. I do all of my editing through my phone. And the app, in order to play Hero Quest One player, they don't have available on my laptop, for laptops yet. So that's going to be a little... I did it once by borrowing my wife's phone to use. She downloaded the app for me. But I can't keep stealing her phone to do this. I can't. So if we get a chance within the next few months, hopefully the 27 Warriors will be around. They're all chomping at the bits to play this, along with a few of the other games. So hopefully we'll at least get that shown. And everything I just said leading into that also applies to Return of the Dark Tower. I haven't checked actually yet. I got to check the laptop, see if it works. If it works on the laptop, then that's going to be brilliant. Because then I'll be able to use that while filming and editing through my phone in order to do a lot more videos and live playthroughs for me. That's going to be cool. I know it is. I know, right? It's going to be so cool. Hero Quest, Return of the Dark Tower, so many great games. Batman. No, I wasn't going for Joker there at all. It wasn't a bad Joker impersonation. It was just the way it came out. Oh, and also, one other thing. Sorry to get my big head in there. I have a Kickstarter preview that I'm going to be doing over I think by the time I'm going to get to do this is probably going to be at least next week. I'm not going to get a chance to get to this week. So Dungeon Maker by Fundamental Games. I have a prototype of this, which is a 2-player game of literally making a dungeon and sort of scoring on that. So I'm really looking forward to that. So this will be in a couple of weeks. Look forward to that. And that's it. Now you know everything that is happening, that is planned to happen, and is in the hope category for happening over the next 3 months here at Two Gun Pixie. Who else does that? Who else on YouTube does that? I give you guys a weekly update every week, and every month I give you a monthly update, and then during the seasons I give you a 3-month overlook. Nobody else does that. And if they do, tell me who they are. I'd love to tell them how cool they are for doing that. All right, I'm your buddy Big Giant G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming, and I am out of here.